weeks, but I wanted to see if you had any questions at all through all of this, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call and set up a conference time. But this is what we do. We're going to be taking a test, like it's on March, I think it's 27th, something like that. But it gives us a couple weeks, and every week the kids will have a writing assignment to do at home. They get it on Monday, and it's due on Thursday. Next week they will not have one. There's a lot of kids that are going to be out, plus we're out on Wednesday. This is what their homework looks like. And I know you've seen it already. This is their homework. And it says, write a composition about the first time you did something new. And, did something new. Write a composition is meaning a story. And it will say homework on it. And this is what their prompt is called. And this is what they were supposed to write about. The next page, it shows that writing strategies are supposed to write in there, and pre-writing. Writing strategies, I'm going to show you in a minute. They're supposed to write those down. That gives them used to using them, and they can check them off as they go, that they've used the strategies. Pre-writing, there's a couple ways of doing pre-writing. They could do little bubble circles at the bottom here, or they kind of just, it looks almost like a spider web, like a little map thing, where they're going to tell some details of what they want to write about. For example, something new, they could say bike riding, and they could tell all kinds of things about it. Another way, too, is if they just write a list. This is pre-writing. They could just write all kinds of things down that they want to talk about. And the reason why we do this is that later on when they're writing the rough draft, if they go, I can't think of anything else, they could go back to their pre-writing and go, oh, yes, that's what I wanted to write about. I forgot about that. Let me just show you the writing strategies very quickly. These are things that I gave a long time ago to you as well. I try to give them on each assignment too. But I told the kids to put them right on the refrigerator, and then that way that they could just keep looking at them all the time. But these are the writing strategies I expect them to write when they first come in, when they first start doing their homework. And that's what they are to put over here on this page where it says writing strategies. Back here to this, you can see there's many things. They're checking their spelling errors, punctuations, capitalizations. This is very important that they need to be able to do. They have to choose 2 poorly written sentences and make them into 4th grade sentences. I have some students who'll tell me, oh, my sentences are perfect. They're not. And so you'll see on Monday, I'm going to send home a note, and I'll show you that in a minute, that'll show you some ideas on what the kids can do to improve. They have to reread their introduction. They know about their conclusion, and they're going to be working, and they rewrite their story. After they put all those down, then they're going to write the rough draft. And when they write their rough draft, this is just writing their story. This is called a sloppy copy. And what they're going to do with this, after they write the whole thing out, then they're going to go back to their strategies that they have written, not the ones that, these ones right here on this page that they wrote out, and they're going to check each time they use them. For example, if they said, read your story backwards, the spelling errors, they go to the rough draft, and they have to look at everything backwards and just make sure that they've spelled everything correctly. I have some kids that have no marks on their rough draft because they said it was perfect. And it can't be perfect. I mean, we're just learning. So I know that they need to go back and start fixing their rough draft. When it's all finished, this is where they go and they do a final copy. And this final copy should be the perfect copy. You shouldn't have circles all over the place. You shouldn't have any marks on it. It should look really nice. And then that's what they do for their homework each week. Like I said before, they have no homework on Monday. I also want to show you what I do is I keep their writing assignments, and this here would be laminated, also taped on the side with their name up here. But I keep all the writing assignments, and I put them in here, and then the students at the end will have all of their assignments in here. And this is a good way for me to keep looking at them and showing, hey, remember when I showed you this? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Also, for parents, you're always welcome to come in and take a look at their writing samples. Every Monday, and this Monday will be no different. We're going to do it on this Monday. Next Monday, we won't because there won't be any writing assignments this week. But, well, we might. But anyway, this here is just some of the assignments that we've done so far. And it's going to have grades. Like I put A, B, C, D. This one I'll just do in particular. This is just an example. Favorite place. And you'll notice that this one has a 1+ and a 2 and a 2. We're doing ideas. These are the 6+1 traits. Ideas, organizations, voice, word choice, sentence fluency, conventions. Conventions means punctuations, capitalizations, and spelling. So I go back here, and you notice that, oh, 1, is that good? No, not really, but in the beginning, that's usually what we end up with, 1s and 2s. 2 is passing, 3 and 4. 4 is the best. 1 is not passing, and I don't even put a 0 down because that's no effort at all. So this person here, if you look at all their different point value, they got a 1 plus. So they're not quite to a 2, and that's not bad because in the beginning, that's what we usually get. Then what I tell everybody is to look over in the back, and I write down little notes to the parents so they see what the kids have been doing. Like, for example, this might say, had some nice voice, but needs to show more details. We'll have better ideas. So we're going to work on that with this student. 1 plus, you're thinking, well, is that good? And I already said that that's not passing, but in the beginning, this is what we always have. We have like 1 pluses and 1s and even 1 minuses. But then we come down here, and these are all kinds of stories by now. You get all the way down to the bottom, and this one here is still getting a 1. Then you can be concerned because then they're not doing better. They're just doing the same. But if you're down here and they're getting 2 pluses and 3s and maybe even 4s, then you know that they're getting better each time. And that's what we want to look for. So you have a place to sign, and this comes back every week as well. And so I just wanted to share this with you. Please feel free to give me a call at any time. And I think feel free to call me at any time if you have any questions on what this is going on here. The number at school is 896-2297.